Nerd Avengers, what's going on? Yes. That's logic. And yes, Bobby said we could rock that shit. Yo, switch me around. How we doing today? Hope you're doing well. It's a DC Tuesday, and oh man, do we have some cool DC stuff to talk about. The Batman. See ya! See ya in 2022, I guess. Pattinson has no excuse to not be the Rock size of jacked by the time this fucking movie comes out. We're gonna talk about that. Black Adam's not even on the slate anymore? I don't know, fam. It seems like we could have a rough go of it for DC. But it's a beautiful day out here on the road. Heading towards the tower. Be there in just a minute. Hope you guys are having a good day as well. Full disclosure, I couldn't really sleep last night. I couldn't. But not for bad reasons, for good reasons. A lot of exciting stuff coming for the Den of Nerds. All right, I'm pulling into the garage. I'll see you guys in just a second.
The old wars. Cold War. War on Terror.
What the hell is this War on Terror bullshit? What do you do? Chet, no! You stop that. Whew! Oh man, that's nice. Now look, it's nice to drive that thing, man. That thing is a pretty incredible machine. But you gotta keep driving it. If you don't drive it, it's gonna get all messed up. Plus, it's really fun to shoot the lasers and the missiles, as I'm sure Al and Lavis would tell you. All right, guys, let's get into the studio. We got a lot to get to today. Let's go. I'll see you in a second. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Give me 1 second. We'll get a little bit of music going on here. I hope you guys are having a good morning so far. Oh, man, yeah, we're going to have to get into all this craziness when it comes to DC, man. And I also want to talk about how I can't freaking sleep. Can't freaking sleep. But it's all good. It's all good. Tons of awesome stuff coming to the channel. It's a good thing that I couldn't sleep, because there's just so much cool stuff happening. But, you know, still didn't help me this morning when I had to get up and do stuff, you know? Let's say what's up. Let's say good morning to the people. How we doing today? Lord Vito's in here. Star Wars Santa's in the building. Adam G is here. Night 1223. Whiskey Steve Jeffers. Morning. Darth Clean, Mr. D, Jennifer Cook, Livingston. Will Bonin, Tim Turner, Lavis is in here. Bill M, Stormy, Reefer Man Reviews, Jordan, Attack Peter, Mike Border Sam, Shills, Bashti's here. What's up, Bashti? Lots of beautiful people. Hey, does my audio sound okay? It sounds a little weird to me in my ear. Does it sound okay to you guys? Is it too loud? Is it not loud enough? Is that good? Is that bad? Help me out here, guys. Help me out here, because my brain ain't functioning at full levels today. The audio is strong. Okay, maybe I should pull it back a little. Is that what we're saying? Is that what we're saying? I should pull it back? Whoa. Wait a minute. It's coming through my desktop as well? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So this probably sounds pretty good, huh? And then this... not so much, a little bit less, so. You know what I can do? Here's what I can do. Okay. That should be much better. What was going on with that? You know, you gotta love technology, and by love technology, I mean hate technology. So yesterday, tell you a little story about me and Theory right before we went live last night, okay? So I go to log into Skype, ladies and gentlemen, and Skype is not letting me log in to the account I created weeks prior, okay? Won't let me do it. I typed in the email I used, and the email said, or the Skype says, that email doesn't have an account. You don't have an account. And I was like, what? So then I had to switch to a different account. I had to re-authenticate, do a new password, switch to an old account, get Theory as a friend on that account, and then chime into Theory. And here's the other thing. I hate Skype. And I hate how it makes me look. It makes me look all pale like a vampire and shit. So we got to fix that. We got to figure that out. But then I get all my Skype stuff figured out. And then Theory, his OBS starts acting up. Streamlabs starts screwing up, and he has to keep restarting his stuff. We both had to restart our computer. That's why we were so late last night. Man, and we were both just like, man, technology, dude. Technology. It's incredible. It's incredible. Its only function is to do what it's meant for. You know what I mean? Skynet. Spray tan. Spray tan could work, huh? Hashtag Merc the Hobbit. Hell yeah, man. Merc the Hobbit. I heard he was real good. I heard he was real good at them games. Bond certainly has a license to kill the film industry. Oh, geez. Okay, so yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about it a little bit. So, Dune delayed. Maybe we should look up the Batman delayed. Maybe that's a better one. This all happened yesterday, but it could have been predicted. I'm sure somebody was talking about it online. You guys remember when I said, man, movies moving into 2021 is rough. Just wait until they start moving into 2022. Like, seriously, it's going to be bad. Look, yeah, we'll get into it. Okay, so I'm looking at an article from Variety here. In fact, should we go into the theater? Should we take a little theater trip, guys? How you feeling? You want to pop into the theater? Come on in. Come on in. Okay. Batman delayed to 2022. Matrix 4 release moves up. Okay. The Batman will no longer hit theaters in 2021 in another major release calendar overhaul. Warner Brothers has delayed the comic book adventure and a number of other movies, including The Flash and Shazam 2. Delicious. The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson as the Caped Crusader, had been scheduled for October 1st, 2021, and is now set for March 4th, 2022, as reported earlier on Monday. Denis Villeneuve's sci-fi epic Dune is no longer premiering on December 18th, and will instead move to the October 2021 date previously held by the Batman. There were a couple hours yesterday where the Batman and, man, is this audio okay? I'm telling you, it sounds really weird on my end. You guys let me know, though. Does it sound okay to you? Because on my end, it sounds fucking weird. And I'm not sure why. Oh, maybe that's why. Shit, girl. I think I fixed it. Hey! It was probably just on my end. It probably sounds crystal for you guys, and you're probably like, Josh is a crazy person, but it was on my end. Okay, look. There were a couple hours yesterday where the Batman and this movie had the same date. Dune and the Batman had the same date. And everyone was like, I wonder what's going to happen here. And so that was booted, given the yeet. And then we got the Matrix 4, okay, coming in several months earlier than expected. And that's cool. Look, I'm excited for the Matrix, the new Matrix movies. I'm all about it. That'll be cool. But that isn't the only thing that happened with DC. And of course, it's like rough, right? Hey, look, that's obviously rough. But let's see what else is going on. Warner Brothers postpones the Batman star Robert Pattinson. Okay, yeah. Where's the thing with The Rock? A handful of unannounced Warner Brothers has slated for upcoming years. Come on, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? All right, well, I'm going to have to try to find this, but apparently even Black Adam was moved from its date. Or actually, rather, it was delayed from the slate. Okay, we'll check that Deadline article in just a second to see what that's all about. All right, so this is the meme. This is the energy of my feelings for today, okay? Basically, and we're going to get there, but essentially what's happening is going to give Zack Snyder's Justice League a huge boost and become a boon for DC films. A boon for DC films. There's a bunch of memes. Where's the stuff with Black Adam? Come on. Because it's really interesting, because it seems like a lot of these films could be delayed even further. And I think what really what the question really is, and this is interesting because Adam and I talked about this a little bit yesterday, but the whole idea is like, what do these companies do now? Okay, particularly when you're looking at something like Black Adam, right? It's The Rock, but it's really relatively unknown property. You know, theaters are at this weird place where they're not making money. So what are you going to do? You know what I mean? What are you going to do? And I think it's actually possible that they hold off on The Flash, on Shazam 2, and on Black Adam. Because I don't really think they have a choice. And I think also they're in a different spot than Marvel, whereas Marvel has this bevy of shows and they really need to like get to it. DC is sort of in the creation phase, right? Like they're sort of still creating all of their content. And so why would you sort of put it out into this kind of an environment? Like, why wouldn't you delay? I mean, the thing is, with the Batman, we know they're going back to shoot now. You know what I mean? Like, they're going back to shoot now. So they're going to have plenty of time. They should be able to figure it out. Let me ask you guys in chat. I'm just curious. Do you think the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, will hold its August 2021 date? Or, I guess the appropriate question is, how long do you think Warner Bros. Will hold on to that date if things are going badly? You know what I mean? See here. See what you guys are saying. Maybe. Yeah, I saw the Batman cruise in Liverpool. Yeah, exactly. Then how are the competition if they're not even in the same phase as Marvel? Wait, what? You mean how are they in competition? Oh, it's very simple. They're just in competition for your average movie-going dollar. Until March. At this rate, we're going to get no movies until 2021. Well, probably 2022. 50-50 spring. How many theaters will even still own their real estate by then if things are going badly? That's an interesting question. I mean, I think that someone will own that real estate, Santa. Someone will. Hard to say if it's the same people. It'll probably be different owners. Look, AMC, let me try to find this for you guys as well, okay? Because AMC just sort of stuck their flag in the ground with the theater thing. But, I mean, that could change tomorrow. You know what I mean? But for today, they have their flag stuck in the ground where they said they will not be shutting down theaters. AMC theaters. They will not be shutting down theaters. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Cinemark won't close theaters even as blockbusters flee to 2021. AMC Theaters, the largest cinema chain in the U.S. and rival Cinemark, said they have no plans to shutter theaters even as additional Hollywood blockbusters postpone their release dates. Early Tuesday, both chains said that 80% of their U.S.-based locations are open to the public and will remain so in spite of daunting headwinds. Shares of AMC went up about 1.5% Tuesday, where Cinemark shares rose more than 6%. AMC stock, which has a market value of $451 million, has plunged 41% so far this year. Cinemark's value is nearly double. Yeah. So Cinemark said we're sticking this out. We're not going to close anything. And I think that's kind of like a bone to their employees and a bone to just the movie-going audience. Now, look, here's another thing that I would suggest to everybody. And this goes into that consumer behavior, just basically consumer behavior and the relationship between the markets and consumer behavior. AMC theaters need to be around because if we live much longer in a world where there is no theater experience or there's a very diminished desire to go to the theater, it will vanish from being relevant to most people's lives. And I know that's like maybe crazy to say, and I know maybe some people would be like, ugh, that's impossible. Bitch, watch. Watch what happens. Like, we're changing the culture, man. We're changing how people do things. You know what I mean? Like, so, I don't know what to tell you. It is going to vanish from being relevant to people's lives. But, here we go. On the flip side of this, let's talk about the Snyder Cut. Hey, it's all good, Ghost Space Records. It's all good. We're starting a little slow. Chet is, like, just not on his shit today, so, you know, it is what it is. Theaters were in trouble before all this. This just accelerated the inevitable. 1,000% that is correct. 1,000%. That's true. Marvel, this is what's crazy. Marvel Studios had essentially kept theaters in business for the past 5 years. And I'm not even joking. Marvel Studios kept theaters in business for the past 5 years. Other than Marvel Studios, like, okay, think about this. Even you people that are really, really into theaters, I want you to think about this. Like, Adam, if you're watching, you know, some of you guys that are really into movie theaters, I want you to ask yourselves this question. How many friends in your circle of friends actively go see movies at the theaters? And how many of them do you have to convince to go see movies with you? Now, my hypothesis on this is that most of us are actually in the minority of our own friend group where we follow movies and desire to go to movies more. And because movies are a communal thing, we will often get other people to go with us. Friends, girlfriends, family, boyfriends, whatever. All my friends see movies at the theater, says Vito. I don't have any friends, says Stormy. Well, there you have it, folks. Data point A, data point B. I rest my case. I was the person buying more. I am. Wait. I'm the person buying blocks of tickets and convincing people to go to the movies with me. Yep, you're one of those guys. There are people out there like that. I may be in the minority, but I would pay more to watch releases at home with my good money and setup. Yep. Should I barely go to the movies? Only Star Wars in the theaters. Yup. Love going to the movie theater, but usually only for big movies like Marvel or Star Wars. My friends never go unless I ask them, and they're paid for. Yeah, think about what that means, man. You know what I mean? Full of a toque. I know it's not DC, but any thoughts on Amazon's Lord of the Rings? Yeah, man. Love me some Lord of the Rings, and I'm really hopeful. Really hopeful. I would love for that show to blow up so that we could do coverage of it over here. That would be great. Yeah, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. I watch films with the whole family. I tend to only go see blockbusters. Yo, Callus, what's up, man? Salute, brother. I only see Marvel, DC, Star Wars. Yeah, mm-hmm. I heard the theater is closed for a year. Most people go to the movies when it's just a big event. I only went for big MCU releases, Nikki says. Yup. What? You go to the movies 20 to 30 times a year? Holy shit, brother. You are definitely in the minority. Yep. And I have taken, and any friend I have taken has expressed how much they enjoyed the theater more. Yeah, but are they going out to buy their own tickets? You know what I mean? Top 7 of the 10 domestic films last year were Disney. As they go, the theaters go. Interesting, yeah. What date is the Batman movie moved to? I believe it is March of 2022. Oh, you got 3 kids? I feel you, bro. I feel you. But do you see kind of... Oh, okay, right on, Sinner. Now, do you guys see what we just kind of explained here? Do you see the trend? Do you recognize that that was the thing? I mean, the to be honest with you, most people view this as like the movies. Like, really, you want to go to the movies. Like, you want to pay all this money, buy way overpriced concessions, sit in a pretty uncomfortable chair. By the way, they're much more comfortable these days. But, you know, sit in an uncomfortable chair in a room full of strangers where I can't even look at my phone for a couple hours. Most people, that ain't it for them. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not. So, yeah. So, look. And I'll have to find it. For now, let's just speculate because I can't find the exact story here. But what I had heard, and I got to tell you, I saw it pop up, and I'm kicking myself because I wish I had the actual, I wish I had the actual shit on this. But it is possible that, like, some of these big movies that have been talked about, like Black Adam, are going to be massively diminished or altered to fit into the new studio system. Mainly the studio system where we're like, we can't make any fucking money, Rock. You know, the Warner Brothers executives are like, hey, what's up, Rock? Oh, yeah, I love it, man. Oh, man, so cool. Yeah, it's good to see you. Look, we can't pay you that anymore. You can't get that budget anymore. You know what I mean? And if you think about it, if you've got Shazam, The Flash, or rather Shazam 2, The Flash, and then you've got Black Adam. Black Adam, it does make sense that that's the one you drop. You know what I mean? And I know, I mean, for me as a big fan of The Rock and as a big fan of Black Adam, and I mean, come on, Dr. Fate, like, come on, get me real excited, okay? So for me, that was cool, and I'm pumped. Bruh, that movie ain't happening. Like, I'm telling you, like, they moved it off the slate. Yeah. And I think it'll still happen, but there's more of a chance now than ever that it won't happen. You know what I mean? Yeah. Pretty interesting stuff. It's a weird world we live in, ladies and gentlemen. It's a weird world. How do you think The Rock feels about it? I'm going to go ahead and say he probably doesn't feel great about it. But I wonder if he understands. You know what I mean? Missing in all of this is Wonder Woman. Why no change? And they being dumb and keeping the date, or will it get an HBO Max announcement? I'm sure they think that the holiday, maybe they've wised up and they realize we ain't making no money. We got to mitigate loss. And maybe they're like, okay, let's put Black Widow out on Christmas. There will be some bump. Some of the brave souls will go out there and see a movie, so we will get a holiday bump. So let's go with that, and let's ride that out. Like, think about it, if they go from Christmas to March. You know what I mean? Like, that's a big space to try to wind tunnel in a bunch of monies. CGM Show says, yeah, I couldn't imagine seeing Endgame for the first time at home. That would have been lame. Well, it depends. I mean, do you have a 65-inch television with surround sound and, you know, an incredible Lazy Boy recliner? Because that don't sound too bad to me. You know, OLED, QLED, all this new TV bullshit. I don't know, man. Might be okay. The Rock doesn't care what you think, says Sinner. That's true. You're not wrong. So is DC imploding or what's happening? They're not necessarily imploding, but they're in a rough spot. I got a 65-inch and a 70-inch. Damn! Damn, bro. In Colorado, we smoke before going to the movies, or you smoke out on the parking lot. I mean, I would never confirm or deny, but I'm pretty sure that same shit goes down in Philly, brother. Okay, CGM says, told you fandom was just a bunch of smoke being blown up your asses, says CGM Show. Hey. Might be. I mean, what if they do the same thing they always do? Now, this time it would be a little bit different, of course, because of the pandy. But this is DC's shtick. Guys, DC's plan for the last 5 years has been, let's announce a bunch of shit. We'll deliver on a third of it, and it'll be okay. Well, okay, what if can we make the movies good? Nah. It's not us. We'll make them okay. That's the DC model. We'll promise a bunch of shit. We'll give them about a third of it, and they're going to be okay. You know what I mean? The Rock should just make a stand-alone Black Adam movie so it won't be connected. He can't. He can't. You know? They won't let him. You know what I mean? I'm basically a DC fan, but Endgame was like a festival in India. Crowd reactions and emotionals just took the movie to a whole nother level. I couldn't have experienced that in my home. That's true. That is true. Endgame was a communal experience. It was a pop culture beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And, I was happy to be a part of that for sure. All right, so now let's shift into Snyder Cut talk, ladies and gentlemen. Because here's the deal. As all of these DC films are dying on the vine, as all of these DC properties are in turmoil, as all this chaos is happening, there's one film that seemingly will not only get the additional photography it needs, which will be light work. It's just light work. It will get that, but it will also have an actual model for release. It's pretty exciting. No dependence on theaters, no dependence on the otherwise ridiculous slate of DC movies and the connective tissue that's potentially there. And so there's a little film called The Snyder Cut. You may have heard of it. I've seen it on Twitter. People seem to like the concept. The Snyder Cut is going to swoop in and fuck shit up. And everything is going that way. Like if I was Zack Snyder, I'd be like sitting back, I'd be looking at everything, and I'd be like, damn, everything's coming up Millhouse right now. This is okay. You know what I mean? All the big beefy shit's getting pushed. All the stuff that doesn't have to do with my shit's getting pushed. Y'all realize we're getting Ben Affleck Batman. Additional fucking photography, motherfuckers. We're getting additional Batfleck next year. You understand this? You're aware, yes? A whole nother year without Pattinson as Batman. And I've turned around on that picture. Make no mistake about it. I'm excited for the picture. But that shit's a year out. We're getting Ben Affleck Batman back for additional photography, motherfuckers. At a time when we have a mass exodus of pop culturally relevant content. It's like it's like the perfect storm for Zack Snyder and that team. Shit's about to blow up. And here's the other thing that's wild, okay? Here's the other thing that's wild. Think about this. I'm just going to put this out there. The Snyder Cut's going to be delayed too. Watch. All the new scenes with that big-ass budget that still has to be shot, I don't know, man. Well, okay, so here's the thing. They're shooting pickups. Maybe some additional scenes here and there, but it's going to be light. I promise you it's going to be light. It's going to be light. They have like 6 hours of footage. Okay? So probably like 2 or 3 scenes and then a lot of pickups. So, Snyder Cut? No, Snyder Cut's going to be fine. I really believe that. Snyder Cut's going to be fine. Batfleck was the worst Batman? Yeah, I disagree. And so that's wild, dude. Like, think about what happened. We just went in under a year's time. I want you to think about this. You know what? I need some more coffee. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm not paying for this. That was quick, yeah. Okay, let's talk about this. So we just went from the Snyder Cut doesn't exist to it's the only fucking thing that exists in a year's time. We went from this thing doesn't exist and Birds of Prey to it's the only fucking thing that exists. What? It's fucking 2020, man. It's incredible. It really is. It's really incredible. Strong energy on those wishes, yeah. It's quite a turn of events, yeah. Yeah, it really is. And I think what's going to happen is, and this is just my opinion here, right? They removed Black Adam from the slate, meaning they can't extend resources to more movies until they can make sure that the ones have already... Yeah. Yo, GA, can you do me a favor? Where is that confirmed? Because I saw it yesterday, but then when I looked for it this morning, I couldn't find it. But I see the evidence of it because it's not in the deadline report. Is it in the deadline report? Let me know in chat. Anyway. Alex, what's up, baby? Look. What happens next? It was in the Variety article. All right. Well, I could have missed it either way. Look. What happens next when the Snyder Cut comes out next year? Get like doubles the amount of subscribers on HBO Max. Okay. Blows up social media. People absolutely love it. The fans get into it. Even the skeptics are like, okay, that was kind of cool. You know, that was kind of cool. Everybody's on board. Actors are happy. Studios happy. AT&T's happy. I'm pretty sure that Black Adam money that the studio had, I'm pretty sure that Black Adam money is about to be like, whoop! About to be like, oh, hey, Rock, why don't you freaking go post about Biden again? Whoop! You know what I mean? Oh, hey, Rock, good luck with the tequila. Whoop! You know what I mean? Oh, Rock, you might want to try to schedule out a comeback for WWE. Whoop! Oh, Rock, man, hey, good luck with that XFL. Seems like a stupid buy to me. Whoop! And then that bag is going to go right to Zack Snyder. I'm telling you. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? It's the future. It's what they want. They want subscribers on HBO Max. They can release it whenever they want. It could potentially be its own canon. Doesn't have to worry about anything else. It's a no-brainer, ladies and gentlemen. It's a no-brainer. So, isn't there like a 10th Jumanji he can star in? Absolutely. Absolutely. Hold. What did I miss? Brief recap. Every DC movie is screwed except the Snyder Cut. That's the recap, Steve. Pretty crazy, huh? You know what I mean? Wait, Captain Pennsylvania in here? How come I didn't see him? Did he pop in here? Sup? Where you at, though? How come I don't see him in chat? Did somebody block his ass? Oh my god. Too much Rona uncertainty, especially with the theater reopening question, to really commit to major theater blockbusters. Well, yeah, oh, there he is. What up, brother? I see you. I see you, baby. Yeah, I do think that they just need to reinvestigate this. They're not going to spend the same money the same way. And I think the volume and, like, the usage of the volume is really going to be where we go next. Because it's just a way cheaper way to get some of the effects and things that you needed. And again, though, this has consequences. Like, this has consequences, and this is why Hollywood is about to get, like... I mean, Hollywood's in trouble, period. So, you think about it, well, you don't need to build sets anymore. You know what I mean? Interesting. Okay, so there's a whole slew of people that will no longer get contract jobs. You know, you probably don't need to build sets anymore. You don't really need locations. And you certainly don't need, like, here's the thing. Like, we're going to head to a place where you scout a location in real life and then you just recreate it in a video game engine. And it's like this fast and that easy. You know, like you don't need to shoot on location. You don't need to build sets. That's thousands of jobs that are no longer required. You know what I mean? Like, just, it's over. Right? As the movies make less money moving forward, and as you want more contracts and you want different things to leverage, you know, the A-list celebrity goes away. You know what I mean? New blood comes in. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. When all you need to do is send a photo, yep, to get detailed coverage, scouting becomes 1,000% easier, 100%. 69 likes. Rohan Sharma says, Team DC. Hey, I love DC, man. I love DC, but they're in a little bit of trouble, just like everybody is. But it is pretty interesting. Better polish up my acting skills. You should. You should. And that's what I keep telling people. Like, I know that for some people it's a really scary time and it's like, oh my God, all this stuff's scary. And I suppose if you were like just focusing on movies and blockbusters and stuff, it would be more scary than it is for like someone like me. But make no mistake about it. Like, we get the most, like, we do the best on YouTube when something else big is popping. Like Mandalorian, like Star Wars Episode 9, like Endgame, like these big movies. They're like, they were, for all intents and purposes, the majority of our business was sort of coexisting with these things. Now, we've found different routes to make revenue and the channel memberships and just chilling and stuff. Like, we're diversifying. We're changing. You know what I mean? But I know a lot of people out there are just scared. They're just like, oh my God, this is super scary. What's going to happen? I am not scared at all. I am fucking pumped, ladies and gentlemen. Pumped. Because the game is changing. There's never been more of a disruption to the entertainment industry than we are living through right now. And I think that if you plan and try some stuff out and evolve, there's actually the potential to take over some of the attention market that had been owned by some of these other industries and big studios, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot of opportunity. There's gold in them hills, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you. There's gold in them hills. Yep, elitism is on its way out. I sure hope so. And I think that's pretty natural. I think elitism was already on its way out. If you look at the way media was changing, you know, because really these big companies, you think about a big company, what did they have? And it's all being democratized. That's all disappearing. So it used to be a thing where if you were a big publisher, right, what could you do for someone? You could put them in stores. You could put them on the radio. You could get them concerts. You could do all this stuff. You could elevate their brand. You could get them exposure, etc. And you'd take your cut. Not anymore. What does a major studio or a label have that your average savvy digital media person does not? Nothing. Nothing. You know what I mean? So this is a major disruption, but it's actually like we're ripe for opportunity to create and to take advantage of this turmoil for your own thing. Yeah. Burn, Hollywood, burn. Yeah. No love lost for me with Hollywood, and you don't need Hollywood to create awesome stuff. In fact, I would argue some of the best creators, even within that system, hated that system and didn't like it. Can the Den of Nerds make a movie? We can make all kinds of movies. We technically make little movies every day, Mike. You know what I mean? And some of the stuff we're doing with like Nerdvengers Tower and you guys as the Nerdvengers and, you know, fighting with Mickey and all these other things that we're working on. Like, dude, we haven't even scratched the surface. Part of the reason I couldn't sleep last night is because I was thinking about all the awesome people that I've been in contact with recently. And I'm talking some people that, like, man, they can make some shit happen. Like, you understand that what we've accomplished on this channel, what we've done with this brand is completely organic. We haven't spent a single dime on advertising. Everything's organic. And honestly, we do all the digital effects, all the editing. Everything that we do is on a bootstrap budget. Bootstrap. So what does that mean? It means we're poised to take over, man. And, you know, sometime next year, I might even go after some budgeting, some stuff. Josh, how about the Avengers Endgame, the Russo cut? Yeah, I saw it. I saw it several times in theaters, and I've watched it on, that is their cut, brother. So when the Snyder Cut kicks ass, when the Snyder Cut kicks ass, will DC Warner Brothers go back to his verse be canon and not let the Joss Theater win? Yeah, I think so, Sam. I do think that's the plan. Chris asks, Josh, when is the Nerd Card Showdown coming back? Okay, so here's the thing with Showdown. Unfortunately, it may be some time, and the reason is because I am planning a move. Okay? So I'm planning a move, and I want to be in the new place when Nerd Card comes back. Okay? So unfortunately, that might be first quarter next year. It might be like February of next year. You know what I mean? Because just like everything else, just like these movie theaters, I got to watch the market. You know what I mean? Before we make a big move. Do I live in Philly? No, I live in Pittsburgh. But I'm considering moving back to Philly. Right now, for me, it is between Philadelphia and my hometown of Erie, Pennsylvania. And I know that seems weird. And I got a lot of pressure from my Philly friends that are like, please come back. Please come back. You know? And then I get a lot of pressure from my Erie friends that are like, please come back. The reason I would move to Erie and not Philly is because, first of all, I don't know if I want to be in big cities anymore. I don't know if I'm feeling that, you know? I don't know if I'm feeling that with all the craziness, okay? And yeah, getting that political career started a little bit, yeah. So I think that the plan is to move to Erie and to start by working with kids after school. We're going to create an after school program for the kids in the city and in the county, and we're going to talk about digital entrepreneurship and YouTubing and stuff like that, yeah. So yeah, so that's, I think, I think last time I was in Erie, I witnessed a bank robbery. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, Erie is nice as hell. Too bad of a drive. Yeah. Went to Erie, PA on vacay. Nice place. Yeah, man, I got a lot of love for that city. Could have not had lunch with Josh in Erie too. Fair point, Santa. Trev, we're talking about moving the channel, man. Move to West Palm Beach. I thought about it, yeah. I visit York, PA sometimes for BMX Flatland event. Oh, that's sweet. I could have some people I could connect you with, Josh and Casey, that created public programming. That would be excellent. Please do connect me with those people. Yeah. That'd be cool. So what else is on everybody's mind, man? What else are we thinking about today? We can chat, you know what I mean? We'll chat like 15, 20 more minutes. A shorter stream today just because I have a lot going on. Oh, and I should let you guys know, I will likely be streaming Star Wars Squadrons tonight, and I think I'm going to be streaming with Star Wars Theory. I'm not 100% on that, but I think that's the plan. So if y'all want to play some Squadrons or you just want to hang out and watch me play some Squadrons tonight with Theory, please stop on by later tonight. We'll try to keep you posted on social, okay? Oh, man. Josh, thanks so much, man. Let me get this one first. 34 Virgo with the super chat, very generous, thank you. Says, what would be the price you'd be willing to pay for a movie VOD like James Bond, etc., or anything outside the MCU? Look, I'm going to be completely honest with you, 34 Virgo. A lot of these these other properties do not have the same draw for me at all. 0.000% draw. I do not give a fuck about the new James Bond. Now, that's just me. So, what would I pay for it? I wouldn't. I will literally wait until it shows up somewhere for free. And I think that I'm not alone in that. I think there's a lot of people like that now because, again, consumer behavior. And I understand the half-life pricing that they do digitally. But I also understand that if I don't really want to see a movie and I don't really want to buy it for $20 digitally, I can wait a couple months and get it for like $5 to rent or some shit, right? So for me, the truth is, 0, dude. What price would I be willing to pay? $5. That's it. And then Josh I with the very generous $20. Josh, just wanted to say yesterday's show was one of the only good things about my birthday. With all the crappy things in this world right now, it's amazing how the Nerdvengers are a light in the darkness. Hey, man, Josh, thank you so much. I appreciate the love, brother. And I understand. I do. And by the way, also, happy birthday. I'm sorry that it wasn't incredible for you. 2020 is kind of a rough year. I would say, look, I get it, and I get the turmoil, and I get the pressure. I get the anxiety. I get all of it. And I've had some very dark moments in 2020 as well. Actually, I was just talking to a buddy about this where I was sort of reflecting on what my journey has been like in 2020, and especially early on. There were a couple months where I was in a bad place, and then there were several months after that where I wasn't necessarily in a bad place, but I hadn't found my mojo again. I wasn't operating in the way that I like to operate, you know. And I've recently pulled out of that despair and out of that craziness, and now I am completely optimistic. And where I look out, and I certainly am. I'm not blind to all the problems and the struggle and what's going on, but I feel like I have just a more comfortable, easy feeling with it all. Because, okay, here's the thing. Like, I was actually talking about this yesterday, and I don't want to, I don't want to brag too much, okay? I don't want to brag too much, okay? But I'm actually more confident than ever about the future of the Den of Nerds. And I'm actually so confident that depending on what's happening in the first quarter of next year, we're going to go after some money, dude. We're going to go after some grants. We're going to go after some loans. We're going to go after some fucking money. And the thing is, what I realized was if we could survive the pandemic and everything that happened and our revenue streams, which are inextricably connected to what the big movies and shows do, right? For our business and brand to be able to pivot, adjust, and develop community and to do all this crazy stuff and to do what we did in 2020, my feeling, bottom line is, it literally doesn't matter what happens. We're going to keep winning. It literally doesn't matter. We just got thrown like Marvel. Guys, do you not understand? Our biggest vertical is the MCU and Marvel. It built the channel, and they took a fucking year off. You understand? Do you understand what that's like for us? From our perspective? And we figured it out. We can't be stopped. Like, literally. They can't be stopped. This is organic growth. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are here, and you guys have found the channel, and you're loving it. And I'm, by the way, super happy to have you. But we're going to blow this shit up, dude. We're going to have thousands of motherfuckers watching this show every day. Every day. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to blow up in ways that are going to defy conventional wisdom. And actually, the world we're about to enter, where things are like, oh man, where's the fucking movies? Where's the shows on? We're gonna take advantage of that, 100%. So, Josh, I appreciate you. I appreciate the support. I am glad that what we're doing over here is able to bring some value and some joy to you in these dark times. I am glad, and I'm happy to have you here. And we're just getting started. Alex, the $5 super chat. Better have our money when we come to collect. Right on, man. Right on. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped. Yeah, I love it. Because it's Den of Nerds for life. Oh, yeah. Jacob's Quest. You know what else is so cool, too? Look, we've had some rough moments. Obviously, the 2020, political turmoil. It's an election year. It's crazy. I feel like we've done pretty good. We've had a few spats here and there, and I know we have a lot of people with different opinions. By the way, if you didn't know, we've got a lot of people on the left in here. We got a lot of people on the right in here. But you know what mostly happens? That shit don't matter. You know what I mean? That shit don't matter. That's not what we're about. And I always talk about respect and being open-minded but it takes time to cultivate a community based around these principles. You know what I mean? And we are taking our time. You know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing. It really is. Super chat coming in from Ray Gerner. Hey, appreciate the love, man. Says, thanks, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate. Josh, what are your honest opinions on the Batman move into 2022? What do you think it's good, or do you think it's going to affect the box office for that movie? It's hard to say, Anthony. It's really hard to say. We can assume if theaters come back to their normal strength and we haven't sort of culturally shifted away from that, which could definitely happen. I think the movie will make some money for sure. It'll be interesting to see how they're able to hold buzz from now till then. You know what I mean? I am the Bendu, the one in the middle. I'm in late, y'all. Oh, shit, hang on. In late, y'all. Hope everything is well. Did get a chance to watch like 45 minutes of last night's Theory Den this morning. Great stuff, says O. Henry Lee. Well, O. Henry Lee, it's a pleasure to have you here with us this morning. I do declare. Star Wars Santa coming in hot with a $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the love. Some of us still like the sequel trilogy, too. This motherfucker, he had to. He just had to say it, huh? And we're still here. Super stoked for you, Josh. Thanks, Santa. Appreciate you, man. I hope I'm not on the naughty list too bad. Hey, Josh, do you think we will get another trailer for the Snyder Cut around Christmas time? Oh, whoa. Wouldn't that be nice? A little Christmas music on it? Woo! That would be great. Did I miss the Xbox versus PlayStation pod? You have not. I'm trying to figure that out. Al Schuler and myself are both very, very busy right now, but we are trying to figure it out. I promise you that is a priority for me. We will get that figured out. Josh, HBO Max is not available in the UK, so can't watch the Snyder Cut. Hey, we'll figure that out for you. And also, I hope it's available by then. I will never like the sequel trilogy, says Commando Rex. Heard that. I'm hype AF for Mando. Can't wait to see it. Ooh, baby! I'm so excited for The Mandalorian. I'm pumped, dude, too. I mean, shit, son. Like, yeah, really excited. Yo, what in the fuck happened to Adam Warlock? Like, no casting news or no leaks. Yeah, that's true, actually. But we know very little about what James is doing with Volume 3, so. I'm just tired of talking about the sequel, says Jacob's Quest. Me too, frankly. But I mean, look, it is what it is. I think at the end of the day, it's like, to the point for me where it's like, I don't necessarily like going there. I find that a lot of conversation does drift that way, but like, I think it was like last week or something, when I was talking to a theory, we were like, well, yeah, let's just not go there. And I think that's a better way to do it, man. The case has been made. Our statements are on record. Yeah, Thrawn is one character that has not been rumored for Mando Season 2. No Thrawn. At least I haven't heard anything for Thrawn. But oh baby, would I love to see it. You love to see it. Captain Pennsylvania says, I'm kind of meh with Mando right now. It better be amazing. I think it will be, brother. I think it will be. 100%. What date is Mando premiering? October 30th. October 30th. Yeah. Callus says, I would love to see Thrawn. Hey, man. Be amazing, bro. Yeah. I'd get pretty giddy if Thrawn popped up. Or even just some Chiss in general. Yeah, it'd be really cool. Can't wait to see Moff Gideon working that Darksaber. I want to know all about his backstory. I want to know all about it, dude. I want to know all about it. I think they're trying to be very careful on what they would do with Thrawn because he's really iconic. And it'd be is iconic to be fucking honest. Yeah, that's fair. In trouble? Question mark says Persona. Dude, it's COVID. Everything is delayed. Yeah, no, yeah. Josh, in your honest opinion, do you think that premium VOD is the future way how movie studios are going to be distributing the new movies? What's happening with movie theaters happening? I think same day and date release is the way. I think same day and date release is the way. And I think theaters will never go back to what they were. And movies will have to adjust. Basically, they just have to adjust how they're going to make revenue off of these things. And you'll see it much more diversified. You know what I mean? Like you'll have a 2 to 3 week theater run. It'll be 50% of what it was prior. You'll also be making some PVOD money from a lot of people that want to watch the film but aren't going to go to the theater. And then you'll see a pretty quick turnaround to VOD just so they can windfall some of that capital as well. That's my take. I just want to know what's up with those eggs. Dude, you and me both, dude. Like, what is he, making omelets? Was Baby Yoda's cooking show now? Yeah, do you think Hugh is coming for DC Strange? I do, Sinner. I do. They just announced closure for Regal and Cinemark. Regal, yes. Cinemark, if that happened, I'm unaware. You got to also take into account studios like Warner Bros. Putting the movies straight to HBO Max and such. Yeah, I think that'll be part of the system as well. I think that'll be a part of the system. Somebody had a really good point yesterday where they said, wouldn't it be interesting if Disney bought theaters and then you could go watch The Mandalorian in theaters? I think that's kind of cool. So apparently She-Hulk is casting for a 10-year-old Bruce Banner flashback. Yeah, that is the rumor. Yeah, seems cool. I don't know if there's much to dig into with that, but yeah, it seems cool. Do you keep up with Star Wars comics? No, not really. I'm behind on all my comics right now. And honestly, I'm just going to say it. Fuck comics right now, man. There's very few comics out there actually doing the thing. And there are very few publishers that are actually putting out the good stuff. But I'll tell you, I'm working on some comics right now. And literally, I'll take the Pepsi challenge with literally any comic book out there. Literally. I think I literally put my shit on the level with literally any comic out there. Maybe not like Hickman's best. Maybe not some of the greats. Like, I don't think I'm like Morrison or Alan Moore on their best stuff. But I'll tell you, for sure, I'll take the Pepsi challenge with anything out there in the mainstream right now, or at least 99% of it. Is your comic on Comixology? So there are a couple of my comics on Comixology, but they're older, and I'm a little bit embarrassed about them, so you'll have to find them on your own. I won't tell you what they are. But the one I'm working on now, it's about to... dude, whew. I'm working on some comics right now that are like primo. But honestly... You see your own panels, too? What are you talking about? Josh is getting ready for war with the comics. It's not even going to be a war, dude. It's not even going to be a war. I'm just gonna walk over and just be like, you're all very dumb. Here I am. Here's my comics. Shut the fuck up. That's all it's going to be. Draw your own panels? Nah, I'm not an artist, brother. Nope. Not an artist. Do you guys want to see a little tease? Do you want to see a little tease? You probably don't really want to see it. Probably not that into it, right? That's cool. We can just end the stream. I'll definitely have videos coming out later today. Not 100% sure what they are. I'll probably do a better recap. So this is kind of my thing, and I want to know what you guys think about this. Please let me know. I've been thinking that a cool way to sort of handle the streams versus video thing is that, like, the streams are like a way more casual thing where we talk about these things and whatever. And then after that, like, what I want to do is, after we talk about it, then I'll, like, do the research, pull it all together, and do a much tighter video. So, like, for instance, yesterday, we talked about the Deadpool thing on the stream, but then I did what I thought was a pretty good video where I really dig in and try to give you all the info in a nice, concise manner. And the whole idea is I want you guys to enjoy the streams, but then also, like, enjoy the content for what it is, and it's different. You know what I mean? So, I shouldn't even be showing you guys this. But I'll show you a little bit of it. Just the first part where this character comes up on these two dudes outside of a bar. And they're enhanced people. And he's about to get into a little thing with them, for sure. Oh, yeah. No, it's going to be dope, dude. Yeah, we'll take... I'm going to find a colorist for it. I want to try to find a good colorist for it. I have a meeting with the artist, and then I have a meeting with the publisher later as well, so... When's it going to be finished? We'll see. We'll see. We're going to probably do a Kickstarter for it. I'll let all y'all know. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Leave it black and white. The right color, though, could really add another level to that. Oh, it's definitely noir style. That's my bag, dude. I write. I'm like a Frank Miller type of writer. You know what I mean? Josh, what happened in the latest Daredevil comics? I'm not sure. Can we incorporate your comics with the Den of Nerds? I don't know, man. We could eventually maybe do some stuff like that. Look, there's a lot of stuff that we're thinking about and we're talking about for sure, But like literally, like when I say like I'll take the Pepsi challenge with anything, like anything, like Comicsgate comics, like show me your best shit, I'll fucking dominate it. You know what I mean? Like show me your best shit in indie stuff right now. I will dominate it. I will dominate it. I'm like, and I'm not even trying to be cocky. Many of these creators out there, they have a passion for comics, and they're good at putting a product together. But as far as like that holy shit kind of experience, they don't got it. They never did. It just is what it is. They don't got it, brother. Shallow, hollow, shells. I'll take on your challenge. Your comic versus my manga. I love it, Samond. Send me an email, brother. Send me an email. A character just comes out and is like, Trinity, are you streaming? Josh challenges Comicsgate. SJW something something. Nah, man, I'm not even going to challenge Comicsgate. I don't need to challenge. There is no challenge, brother. Shit's weak. Shit's weak. Promise you. Read my shit. Read my shit. You'll be like, why is this guy on YouTube? Why isn't this guy just locked in a room writing 24/7? I needs this. Because I was a writer way before I was a YouTuber. Ah, thanks, Simon. Appreciate you. What's the best game of 2020? I'm not sure, but I'll say this. I think Squadrons is in a really interesting place because so many big, like, AAA games got pushed out. And Squadrons is just, I mean, it's a huge IP. It's massive. And it's a really solid game, but it's not, like, anything necessarily special. But I think Squadrons is, Squadrons is, it's pretty good. They had a nice little, they had a really nice little bump from that, yeah. Cyberpunk. I'm excited for Cyberpunk. I really am. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yeah. Josh, who would you cast John Constantine that will be happening on the HBO Max, Keanu or Matt? Ooh, they're both really good, Anthony. They're both really good. I actually really like both of their takes. So I'd be very happy with either, to be honest with you. I love Squadrons. Haven't really been able to sit down and play it much, unfortunately. Man, if I was playing Squadrons as much as I wanted to play Squadrons, there would be no content. There'd be no content being made, you know? So. If it's not Matt, I don't want Constantine. Look, I hear you, man. Matt's great. Like, he's great, so. David Tennant as Constantine? Did you play the whole campaign? Nah, I'm not really into campaign stuff. I'm a multiplayer guy. Watching the finale of Raised by Wolves tonight. Wish you luck. I wish you luck, Nikki. Let me know what you think tomorrow, because shit's wild. It is wild. Make a fan film? Thinking about it. Got some plans. Weird thing is, I've never been into space combat on air combat, but Squadrons really got me into it. Incredible game. Yeah, it's really, really good. Josh, can you please read my comment from before? Do you think the Moon Knight will make a cameo appearance in either Eternals or Doctor Strange? It is possible, my friend. I hope Moon Knight, just to answer your question, I hope Moon Knight does end up coming into some other things like that for sure. What do you think of The Boys Season 2? It's okay. Any recent rumor on Keanu and is potential character he will play? No, I have no updates on that. Look, The Boys Season 2 is it's about all I can give it. And to be honest with you, my enthusiasm for this show is significantly down. So, yeah, that's just me. How much does it roughly cost for the production of a comic? It is widely varied. It varies wildly. Okay? So, it really depends. You got a writer. You've got a pencil and an inker, sometimes separate people. You've got a colorist. You've got a letterer. You know what I mean? So oftentimes you'll get someone for the cover. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get an editor. So it really just depends. Hey, it's all good, Josh. I hear you. I hear you. Season 2s are always a step back. Can we think of a show that didn't step back in Season 2? Can anybody think of a show that didn't step back in Season 2? Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones. Interesting. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Arrow is an incredible example. That is an incredible example. Arrow is the one for me so far. Simpsons. Walking Dead is also... I mean, Season 1 was really tight. But yeah, Walking Dead is also one. The Blacklist, Punisher. Hell no, dude. The Punisher season 2, nah. In my opinion. Daredevil, but I don't think it's better, but it's right up there. So I will accept that answer, Sinner. That's a good answer as well. Star Wars season 2? What you talking about, bro? Smallville is pretty good. I like Smallville. Ozark season 2. Rebels is a great example. Yep. Cobra Kai. I don't know if I agree with that Cobra Kai example, actually. I thought season 2 was a little bit tighter, but I'm going to be honest. Arrow is the one to me. Arrow is the one. Because Arrow season 1 was good, but it was like a guilty pleasure. Like, I didn't even really tell many of my nerd friends about it. Because it was like very CW, very soap opera. And then season 2, you get Deathstroke, and you're just like, this is that shit. So, Firefly, ooh, R.I.P. Come on, what's happening, Josh? How you doing? I'm doing so damn good, bruh. I'm doing so damn good. I'm doing so good. Did you ever have a confirmation / theory on who hooded Sasha Banks is in Mando season 2? Yeah. Here's the confirmation and the theory. She's Sabine Wren. So, there you go. CW shows in general seemed to have gotten better. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Dude, Manu as Deathstroke was amazing. Oh my god, that dude was great. That dude was great. I think she's not Sabine. I'm going for Night Owl. Yeah. I get it. Crixus. Yes, dude. That show was great as well. I still haven't gotten chicken wings after the wings talk yesterday. Me neither, actually. Yeah, me neither. Gotta go out and get some food today. Robert Downey Jr. is confirmed to be in Black Widow. Yeah. No one is talking about Morbius or Venom next year. Sonyverse is going to be great. That's because it's all getting moved to 2022. Totally forgot Morbius was going to be a thing. Yep. They showed a full body shot of Moff Gideon, and I'm convinced he's an Inquisitor. His armor matches them perfectly. I don't think he's he could be, but I think he's connected to the ISB, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean he's an Inquisitor. He could be he's a Moff. No Inquisitor is a Moff. You understand? So, obviously, different than an Inquisitor, but perhaps connected because of the ISB. Do you think we'll get a de-age or recast Luke in season 2? I don't think so, actually. I don't. That'd be a great little surprise, though. There's been no word on that, so. It's the Imperial Security Bureau, I believe, is the ISB. I believe that's it. It's like the it's like the CIA. But if he's left as the only Darkseid user left alive, then he could just take the title of Moff. Yeah, but we know that's... Well, I guess we shouldn't say we know that, but I don't believe that is what happened. I believe he was a Moff towards the end of the war. Yeah. Do you think Moff knew Darth Vader and the Emperor? 1,000% yes. Message from Boomer for today. Remember to cherish the moment we have with Josh and the Nerd Ventures because nothing lasts forever except 60 Minutes, Sports Center, Simpsons, and cockroaches. Yeah, no, thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Josh, I will find your comic and read them. So there's a really good one you want me to start with. Speak up, or I'm going to find the Comixology one next. So I think the best book I've done so far has been Robin Hood, Eon's Edge. And there was only one issue of it, unfortunately. And that was a book we did on Kickstarter. And I don't know if that book is on Comixology or not. There is a mobile comic for that story on Comixology, which is like a guided view type of comic that I actually have a patent on. So you can check that out. But Morose, or Morose, A Hard-Boiled Hero, is my, was the first indie comic that, like, got me published and all that. I would love to review some of your books on my channel when you start getting them published again, Josh. Beautiful, man. That's a beautiful thing. Do we get flashbacks of Gideon with the Emperor or Vader? No, I don't think so. That would be dope, though. But no, I think we'll get some references. They'll explain it a little bit and stuff like that. But yeah. All right, guys. We're probably going to call it there, okay? With Sabine, with Ahsoka, do you think Bo will be going back after the Darksaber? Yeah, I do, actually. Yeah, I think there's something there for sure. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for chilling. Chilling. Hanging out with us, man. It's a beautiful thing. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Again, look for a video on the regular channel later today. Please subscribe if you are not subscribed to this channel. We're trying to break 10K by the end of the year. So please subscribe if you're not. And we will be streaming Star Wars Squadrons later tonight, so I hope to see some of you guys there as well, okay? As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.